All right, welcome back to the second part of this Unit 5 test review. So we just talked about distributing. On this one, we can distribute. On all of these, we can distribute. But on all of these, we can also use the box method. And so I did want to show you the box method as well. In this case, we have one term here and two terms here. So this would be a 1 by 2 box. Negative 1x would go on this side, 5x is the first term, and then negative 4 is the second term. Then you would multiply. Negative 1 times negative 5 is negative 5, and there are two x's, so that would be x squared. And then negative 1 times negative 4 is a positive 4, and there's only one x, so you would just put the 1x. There's no like terms to combine there, so you would just write down each term as your final answer. And since this is a positive 4x, make sure you put a plus sign. So you could have also done it from the box method. So on this one, I'm going to just show you distributive property first. So I'm going to take my 3x squared and I'm going to distribute it here. So 3x squared times negative 2x squared. 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. And then we end up with 4 x's because there's 2 x's here and 2 x's there. So that makes 4 x's. Then I'm going to distribute that negative 3 to the negative 4x. Not negative, I'm sorry. The 3x squared times negative 4x. 3 times negative 4 is negative 12. And then we have 2 x's here and we have one more x here. So that becomes x to the third because 2 plus 1 is 3. All right. Then we're going to distribute it to the last term. So 3x squared times 7. 3 times 7 is 21, and there are two x's, so 21x squared. And since 21 is positive, we'll put a plus sign there. Then we'll look to see if we can combine like terms, but there are no like terms, so that would be our answer. That's the distributive property. Now, just to mention, because I don't know which way you'll like best, you can also use the box method. And in the box method, you have to draw your box based on the number of terms. So there's one term here and there's 3 terms there. So we're going to draw a 1 by 3 box. The one term would be 3x squared. The first term here is negative 2x squared. The second one is a negative 4x. And then the last one is a positive 7. And then we multiply to fill it in. 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. And between those, there are 4 x's. Negative 4 times 3 is negative 12, and then we have 2 x's here and 1 there, so that's 3 x's. And then 3 times 7 is 21, and there are only those 2 x's. Again, no like terms, so you just write them all out. So you get the same answer whether you distribute or use the box method. The reason I keep showing you both is because when you get to a problem like this, distributing gets a little bit tricky because you have to distribute, if this is a 2 by 2, right? There's 2 terms here and there's 2 terms there. You have to distribute the 2x to each of them, and you have to distribute the 4 to each of them. So there is a lot of distributing going on. So in this case, anytime it's more than one term on the outside, I really like the box method. So I'm just going to use the box method here. Let me make that a little bit bigger, actually. I'm not going to distribute. You can distribute by all means, but I'm just going to use the box method. All right, so my first term is 2x. My second term is a positive 4. And then for the top, my first term is negative x. Now I like to go ahead and put a 1 there. So negative 1x, and my second term is positive 3. And then let's multiply to fill it in. 2 times negative 1 is negative 2, and then we have 2 x's, so we're going to write that as x squared. 2 times 3 is 6, and there's only one x, so I'm just going to put the x. 4 times negative 1 is negative 4, and there's only one x. 4 times 3 is 12, and there are no x's. Now from here, I look in the box for like terms, and we do have like terms here. The negative 4x and the 6, and I pretend like this is a plus sign in the middle. So when I go to write my final answer, I write this term first, negative 2x squared, and then I combine these. 6x's plus negative 4x's would be 2x's, and since it's positive, I put a plus sign. And then I write this last term here, which is 12, and since it's positive, I'll put the plus sign. So that would be my final answer. that is it for the test review. But listen, don't close the video yet. If you watched all of this test review and you have made it to this "you can do it" screen, you can earn 5 bonus points on the test. All you have to do is webmail your teacher and say what was on the last screen. And in this case, I don't care if you say "you can do it" or you say "it's a baby" or whatever. Just webmail your teacher to let them know that you made it to the end of the video. And after you complete your test in Connexus, we will go back and add 5 points to your test grade. So make sure you take advantage of that, and good luck on your test.